Heroes of the Storm wasn't trying to be League of Legends or Dota 2. It was trying to be something different.
You gotta gain XP to level as a team. There is no individual leveling done in Heroes of the Storm. You level as a team, you win as a team, and you die as a team.
And in 2016, when Blizzard announced it was bankrolling the game's esports scene, it seemed like it could finally break into the mainstream.
Lobby again trying to stop it, but he won't be able to! Ballistics has done what Team DK could not! They will be your BlizzCon champions!
But just a few years later, Blizzard basically gutted Heroes of the Storm esports.
He's the one that paused the game and like said in all chat, yo, check out your emails. And then, yeah, that's when we saw the announcement. We're just like, well, it's been fun.
HOTS never rose to the heights it was supposed to. It's been called a dead game. But now, a new effort is trying to change that.
We would like to offer you an org slot for CCL for your team.
Can I have a moment? Just
Yes.
A moment. Yes!
In 2010, Blizzard wanted to show off the depth of StarCraft's arcade, a place for players to share custom maps. So they revealed Blizzard Dota. It was a reference to Dota, a mod for Warcraft 3 that eventually became a massively popular MOBA. But development on Blizzard's version took years. Eventually, the game was renamed Heroes of the Storm, but when fans got their hands on it in 2014, the mobile landscape had shifted. League of Legends had been out for years and already had a system built out of regional leagues that fed into a global championship. Meanwhile, Dota 2 also had die-hard fans who regularly raised insane prize pools for their big tournaments. But Heroes of the Storm didn't try to be either of those games. It was actually something pretty different. Beyond the all-star cast of Blizzard characters from the company's various franchises, the game itself focused more on teamwork than individual farming.
You gotta gain XP to level as a team. There is no individual leveling done in Heroes of the Storm. You level as a team, you win as a team, and you die as a team.
Gold was replaced by talents. There were multiple maps, and each one had objectives to fight over that could drastically change the course of a game. Even the heroes were different. Blizzard went all in on strange, innovative designs, and the heroes only got weirder as time went on.
The player who picks Cho is in command of movement for both players, and thus responsible for keeping the brothers in position to damage enemies.
For tank player Manny Fury Medina, it was love at first sight, especially because laning took a backseat to team fighting.
As soon as I saw HOTS removed a lot of that stuff where you don't have to worry too much about last hitting and stuff like that. It was more focused on team fighting and your team especially. I thought it was a really cool idea that Blizzard had.
But despite all the differences between HOTS and other MOBAs, Blizzard still wanted a big esports scene. So in 2015, they began their efforts in earnest. Major esports orgs picked up their own rosters, and some even set up team houses. Blizzard even dipped their toes into collegiate esports with Heroes of the Dorm, a tournament where players could win their college tuition and prizes.
So when I really fell in love with Heroes of the Storm was around Heroes of the Dorm. So I was going to ASU, I was a freshman at the time, I just freshly got out of high school, and they announced that basically you could win college tuition if you played in Heroes of the Dorm. And, my dreamy ass was like, you know what, maybe I'll be able to win.
That first year of Heroes of the Dorm was broadcast on ESPN, which brought a lot of eyes and attention to the fledgling game. And for Michael Udall, it became a goal.
So basically we lost Heroes of the Dorm the first year in a clutch finals. And then the following year, we didn't drop a single game the entire season. I was kind of like the captain for the team. I was like the shot caller drafter. And I think after that, I gained confidence and belief in myself that, you know what, if I put my mind to something, I can achieve, I can achieve it.
Illidan into the hair for 15 seconds. The damage now on the core. DXN trying to apply shield. Akaface low on HP, but the core is going down. It's going to be GG! Arizona State, your champions!
Udall went on to compete in HOTS esports on some of NA's biggest teams. With big prize pools, a clear path to pro, and major orgs in the scene, it seemed like HOTS esports was poised to take off. In 2016, Blizzard announced that each team that competed in both phases of the Heroes Global Championship would get $100,000 for player salaries. It was a $3.2 million commitment for 2017. Suddenly, even HOTS players who weren't on the best teams in the world could make a living playing the game they loved. And for 2 years, HGC was a stable career path for HOTS players all around the world.
For my case, this was always a dream, esports, and then I put in what, 4+ years into like all the progress I've made. I felt like I've made a good name for myself. I did what I always wanted to do, which was travel, compete on stages, meet a bunch of fans, like do all the really fun stuff, esports stuff that I got to watch LCS players do.
But not everything was as perfect as it seemed. In 2018, plenty of orgs bowed out of the HGC, including Tricked, Gale Force Esports, and Space Station Gaming. But from the outside looking in, things seemed amazing. Fans were being treated to the best HOTS play they'd ever seen, and Blizzard was bankrolling all of it.
GG looking to close it out. Sanctification has been used. Leyline in return. 20% falling. One member goes down. Two members go down. Dignitas trying to hold, but NG has done it. They are your 2018 global champions.
Fury said that at BlizzCon 2018, Blizzard told players to expect more of the same HGC in 2019. But that's not what happened.
So I'm sure most of you have heard already the wonderful news. HGC has been canceled, and it's some hot bullshit.
On December 13th, right in the middle of the holiday season, just days before Christmas, HOTS players found out that their league was dead.
I remember like we were scrimming against Biggie specifically, and he's the one that paused the game and like said in all chat, yo, check out your emails. And then everybody went to go check your emails. And then, yeah, that's when we saw the announcement. We're just like, well, it's been fun. And everybody just leaves the custom game. That was like the saddest thing ever. It's just like we're middle practicing and then suddenly it's like, well, I guess we're done.
Yeah, the moment I found out HGC was canceled was on Twitter. Actually, it really sucked. I logged onto Twitter one day and I basically saw that me and all my friends and all my colleagues lost their job.
According to later reports from Invent Global, even people at Blizzard were blindsided by the move.
I was straight up told by Blizzard employees at BlizzCon, and all of Tempo Storm thought this same thing. Well, of course we thought it because we were told it by people who work at Blizzard, that the HGC was going to be the same.
Players had been preparing and scrimming for HGC 2019 for months, and now all that effort was just wasted time.
It just really tore me apart to just see all that hard work just taken away from me without, you know, having any, not even a warning at least. Like we wasted literally like 3 months scrimming for nothing. Like that could have been 3 months like preparing what we should all be doing next.
Around the same time, Blizzard announced that they were slowing development down on HOTS, and many of the game's devs were moved to other projects. All of a sudden, HOTS felt like a dead game.
The last 4 years of my life that I had committed and dedicated to this game, it felt like it was all a waste. It wasn't, right? Because like experiences in and of themselves have value, but it felt like I had been working so hard towards something just to have like the rug pulled out from under me.
In the years after it came out, HOTS really carved out its own niche in the esports world, but it seemed like that wasn't big enough for Blizzard. And while the game itself wasn't actually dead, there was a bit of a public perception that HOTS was heading towards a retirement home.
It's not a dead game. It's just obviously HGC dying was like our esports scene, like main thing that was dead, but the game was still alive. Like people were still playing it.
But a community that lived for so long in the shadow of larger games isn't that easy to destroy. 2 years after HGC was killed, HOTS esports fans got some good news.
Here at Heroes Hearth, we're getting ready to bring you back some grassroots Heroes of the Storm esports action with the Community Clash League, or the CCL.
In HOTS' early years, there were plenty of grassroots tournaments that sprang up to supplement Blizzard's few official offerings. And now, that model became the backbone of the CCL.
The thing that I think really helps CCL stand apart is that it's built in a sustainable fashion, right? It's only gonna work if the fans enjoy it, the tournament organizer enjoys it, the pro players enjoy it, and the orgs enjoy it.
And for Udall, who had played Dota 2 and worked full-time since the HGC was canceled, it gave him another opportunity.
We would like to offer you an org slot for CCL for your team.
Can I have a moment?
Yes!
Yes!
Udall became an owner in the CCL with his new team 30K, and Fury was first pick in the inaugural draft. CCL is a lot smaller than HGC, but it's built to survive on the interest that actually does exist around the game. And for HOTS fans who have stayed true all these years, that's more than enough.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring that notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit up our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages.